All right, so now we're going to talk about parsimony. So, really, with parsimony, what we're trying to do, let's recap real quick. So, we're trying to replicate our experimentations, which gives us empirical data, so we can determine what's going on in the world. That's how you get some science. So, parsimony is kind of a little bit different. So, I almost want to close those off. That's how you get your information. That's how you can say, look, we got really good information. Parsimony is more of trying not trying, but keeping it simple. If you ever watch The Office, Dwight says, Michael, give me advice. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. I think hurts. Great advice hurts my feelings every time. And that's what parsimony is. It's keeping it simple. If you have two explanations and one's more simple than the other, you take the simple explanation. I think a part of that's because you could have really complicated stuff. I think a part of it is to try to get religion out of it. So I think the most parsimonious explanation of all is God did it. God did it. Why does the pen drop when I let go of it? God did it. That would be the most parsimonious explanation. Can we replicate it? Yeah, you can say God did it for everything. Experimentation. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. God did it. Experimentation can't really do that. Empiricism. Can we get any data? Well, if we can't do an experimentation, I don't know how we get data. We can just say every time, yeah, God's done everything 100 times. Haven't really determined anything. You just determine God's in charge. And that's not really science. That's religion. So you don't always just take the simplest explanation for simplest sake. You need to take the simplest explanation that accounts for all the data. So let's say we got this data set, and we learned this. We learned these three principles of whatever we're talking about. We've learned those. And we have an explanation. So we have an explanation that covers these three. New experimentation is done. We've gathered new empirical evidence. We have now determined something else about the world. And we've replicated it. They've done it. There's not just a one-time fluke. Whoa, we are reliably showing that this is happening. So now we got our fourth principle of what's going on. And X no longer covers the four explanation. What you're going to need to do is come up with something. I guess explanation 2. You need to come up with an explanation 2 that now accounts for all the data. So, because that's the only time I've seen parsimony go wrong, is when don't you use the simplest answer when it doesn't account for all the data. An example I can really think of is, so we use deprivation and satiation when talking about MOs. I am food deprivated. I am food satiated. Water, heat, all that stuff. We do that. That really only applies to UMOs. That was really good information when we only had UMOs. Now we have what I can CMOs. And I think we need a new explanation. Because when you're in a CMOT, you got that operation going on. And it's to man for a pencil so you can write your name. Are you pencil deprived right now? I can see the argument, yes, you're pencil deprived. Once you have the pencil, or you don't have the pencil, but there's no behaviors that will be reinforced by a pencil, so you don't have that. You've already written your name. Can you write your name and then leave? I've written my name. I don't need a pencil anymore. Are you now pencil satiated? Because I have been quote unquote pencil satiated, and I don't even have a pencil. I don't even know where the nearest pencil is. But I am not engaging in behaviors that will grant access to a pencil, or has in the past, and the value of a pencil as a reinforcer has no value. Even though I have been deprived of a pencil for days, if not weeks and months. I like pens. So that's the only thing. So parsimony, use a simple answer. That was kind of rabbit trail parsimony. Use the simplest answer, as long as it accounts for all the data. Side note, I can't remember, it was a great article, but they said maybe to include the CMOs, we have, we say habituation and sensitization. So you're more sensitive for the pencil to serve as a reinforcer, and there's in those moments, and instead of being satiated on a pencil, you would be habituated to it. So the pencil is no longer salient or whatever in your environment. Wish I can, the article. If anyone finds it, post a link or whatever. Let me know. I don't know how this editing stuff works. We'll find out. So